we're gonna talk about three books that I said three books that changed my life forever. Now these books, actually, I remember I was starting to be awoken from spiritual awakening, right? And I was searching for answers about the law of attraction. You might heard of it. And what happened is, I thought it was unreal, I thought it was crazy, but a lot of people heard the law of attraction. Now, I was researching the law of attraction and I came up with The Power of the Subconscious Mind, but it was on PDF, so I downloaded it and I read it, and then I downloaded Think and Grow Rich. But the thing is about Think and Grow Rich is I didn't understand it. First time I read it on PDF, I didn't understand what the heck it is. I bought the Think and Grow Rich, the paperback. It was really colorful. I put it on the shelf. I don't even know what to do with it. And I wanted to buy The Power of the Subconscious Mind because I read it. I was like, holy crap, we have that power. And I remember I went shopping. It was an old clothes store, hand-me-down store or something, second-hand, whatever. Anyway, we went there and I bought. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy a couple of books. I'm gonna check, and there you go. I attracted The Law of Attraction, The Subconscious Mind, The Power of the Subconscious, and it was the original copy. And what happened is I gave it to this guy, but he wanted. I was like, okay, you can keep it. So I spent 3 years researching and studying how the subconscious mind works. And Think and Grow Rich was study of, I think, not over 500 wealthy men that Napoleon Hill studied. Now, it was Andrew Carnegie that gave him this, not mission, but I guess you could work, right? That he distilled, he had another book, it's really huge, it's called The Law of Success. And this one, I believe, is much better. Bob Proctor read this a lot. Now, speaking of which, I would like to say that there's another book that changed my life. That would be Alan Watts, where I read his book on PDF too. It's called The Taboo Against Knowing Who You Really Are, something like that. I might chop it up. But it's about, like, we as humans, or as society, we've been dumbed down by school, teachers. Well, actually, teachers themselves and your peers or adults. They don't really know about the spiritual side of nature. They don't understand how their mind, subconscious mind, work. That you can change and influence the universe to what you really want. And it's not always believable, because at first, if you think about it, if I come and it's like, hey, you can change your life by using the power of the mind, and which would you say, hey, that's impossible. That mindset right there, you're stuck. That's right. Your whole life you've been stuck. Now you're stuck forever. You're not gonna move out that mindset unless you change the lens which you see the world with. Unless you change your perception. What they say if you change your thinking, you change your life, or you change your world. When you change the way you see things, when you change the way you see things, the thing that you see changes. It's basically your perception. Your perception is the lens which perceive your world to be as if it's like a reflection, if you will. It's a mirror. Your world is a mirror of a reflection of your lenses. What you believe, your idea about you, people, and your world. This is the notion that the Think and Grow Rich is not just about riches. I mean, it's not just about monetary or money. It's about how riches can be anything that you want. And it's all about the mind. And the subconscious mind is about the mind. The power of the subconscious mind. It's all about, well, I think it's the power of but anyway, it's about the mind. Now, if you think of it if you will, that you probably see the movie The Secret, right? And it's not enough just to think positively. You can think positively all you want, but you won't get the result that you want unless you couple with belief in something higher of yourself. Now, a lot of people believe in a lot of things, but here's the thing. If you say you want something, but your belief say you act in a different way, what happens is you move forward, but then you take 10 step or 2 step or 10 step backwards, and you never actually do it. Now, what makes a person go after something that's impossible or something that's out of reach? It is the belief in not just in yourself, but a connection with this higher power. This higher power is guiding your whole existence, if you will. I believe that, I remember Bob Proctor said that we're all guided. And I feel that to be true. I remember back when I was a kid, I felt like there's a power that guided me to become who I am today. And well, it's guiding me through people and ideas. And it's about the mind has a power. That's a radio station. We all heard this before, but I feel like we're not using it to its full potential. Now, if we do understand about the mind and how the mind, if you will, influence and impact your subconscious. If I throw off a frequency, a vibration, if you will, and I'm sending that through the medium of the molecule, and I'm sending it to the universe, somewhere someone will pick it up, and where they're gonna feel like a gut feeling or like their intuition will pick it up, and they will be attracted by that vibration. Vibration is actually a information that I'm sending out, even though it's not on a paper, but it's on frequency. Even though it's seeking that same frequency, and it's attracting, right? Now, the mind is interesting. If you study the mind tend to warp and distort your reality by the ideas and belief that you have. You know, a lot of people have a lot of limiting belief. For instance, if you believe to say you don't have the ability or talent to do whatever, you won't act on it, you know, and you believe it, and it's confirmation bias, right? And let's say you read all the self-help books and you know all the law of attraction, subconscious, you know, vibration, but somehow you're not getting ahead. Why is that? Well, it's not just enough to have the information in your head. It's about applying the knowledge and the subconscious. And like, I remember I was reading Brian Tracy, Maximum Achievement. When you are going towards something that you want, and it has to be personal. It can't be, you know, your goal has to be personal. Your goals can't be someone else want. Otherwise, you know, you won't do really well. And if you have this goal, and then you go towards it, all the laws that he talked about will simultaneously work, right? Like the law of belief, the law of expectation, law of vibration, law of attraction, law of correspondence, you know, work. Because the 7 Hermetic principle talk about the 7 natural laws, you know, but they're all like working within, you know, like it's mental, you know, the law of mentalism, the law of correspondence, the law of vibration, they're all within us. Where we have a universe within ourselves, and it's like this. If I give you a knowledge, and then you open the key, and then you unlock a world where possibility can happen, you know. But in order to express this power, in order to move ahead, we gotta do something that we believe in, and that we believe in our power, we believe in faith, we believe in a lot of things that to make it come true. A lot of people don't see. You may say, because I remember I did, when I was watching The Secret, the movie, I didn't understand how it worked, create a vision board and you look at it, nothing happened. I was frustrated. Now, how can we actually move forward by using these laws? Well, first, you have to believe it first in order to see it. Most people get it backward. They say, I gotta see it in order so I'll believe it. That's a lot of people. That's in the physical manifestation in the world that we live in today. But in order to create your reality, you have to believe it first in your mind, right? The mental realm. First believe it in faith and believe it that will happen. And as you believe to be happening so true and you persistently keep holding that vision one day will become the truth. And that's why when you set a goal that's too low, you may manifest it or you may not. You may hit it, you may accomplish it, but you won't actually be happy. Now, there's 3 people that changed my life. That was Les Brown. He changed the way I view about people that I surround myself with. The people that I surround myself with aren't going anywhere. They're just existing. They hang with negative people. They talk negative stuff all the time, and I was attracting negative people into my life. So my frequency, my vibration started to change. I wanted new people. I wanted new people who would think like I do. And after that, I forgot, but there's a lot of people that changed my life. But there's 3 people. I'll just put Bob Proctor and Earl Nightingale. Bob Proctor changed the way how I saw myself. How I remember I was watching his program, You Were Born Rich, and he was talking about how the human brain, you can build new brain cells. And matter of fact, you can build new brain cells, right? And Earl Nightingale, his program, The Strangest Secret, I listen to that all the time. I stopped listening to it for a while now, but it changed the way how it motivated me. Les Brown and Bob Proctor was listening to it, and Earl Nightingale was a student of Napoleon Hill. So it's incredible. And Bob Proctor was a student of Earl Nightingale, and he was working for Earl Nightingale. And what was his name? What was it? Lloyd Conan or something. But anyway, so how can we take the book that we read and change our life? Now, your life can change immediately, just like that, or your life can change, not dramatically, but it can change over time. Now, what these books is, a lot of people read these books, but they don't try it. I'd rather you read it, and then you pick up ideas, and then you start playing around with it and see if it works. It's about experimenting. It's about playing around. See, I remember, a lot of adults are, I'm an adult, but I don't feel like them. I don't view adults like how they should. They stop having fun. They see the world half empty instead of the world half full. They stop enjoying what life has to offer. Now, you don't have to be like that. That's not a fun way to live life. It's okay for a while, but anyway. So that's it. 3 books that changed my life. So what is your book that changed your life? It can be any book that changed your life. Comment down below. I would like to know what books do you read. Any book that I have not known yet, please recommend me down the comment section below. And subscribe to my channel, like my video, and share this video. That's it. I'll see you next time.